What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing Esper Doom Control in Explorer. So not a historic brawl video, an Explorer video. Explorer being the pseudo Pioneer format until Wizards decides to put all the cards necessary to make Explorer all the way to Pioneer, but right now it just includes kind of like past standard cards from 2018 and on, is what you can think about. So if you have never heard of Esper Doom Control, this was a standard deck at one time. And this is basically the standard list, even the lands. I didn't update them to modern lands. You could probably make the deck a little bit better if you did, but I just decided to keep it the same since I had this deck saved. This deck obviously is based around the card Doom Foretold. That's why the name is Esper Doom Foretold. So, this is a really fun enchantment. 2 an Orzhov. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If that player can't, they discard a card, they lose 2 life, you draw a card, you gain 2 life, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, then you sacrifice Doom Foretold. So, this deck is trying to basically run a weird pseudo type of enchantment control where you have 1 or more copies of this out and your opponent has to sacrifice stuff, and if they can't, then you get this, cool burst of value. We have lots of sort of value enchantments. Omen of the Sun creates us 2 1/1s. Omen of the Sea lets us scry and draw cards. We have some eggs in here too. All of this is just to kind of dirtle and get through the game and control the game. And eventually, as our stuff sacrifices, as our Doom Foretold go to the graveyard, as our Omens of the Sea, we sacrifice them again to gain additional value. We sacrifice our Omens of the Sun. All of these end up in the graveyard. We can Dance of the Manse them back. So return X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards with each mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types. So this essentially is a reanimation spell for enchantments and artifacts. Obviously our deck is pretty much all enchantments and artifacts. So this reanimates them all. And if it's 5 or less, right? If X is 5 or less, which it could be in maybe on a mid-turn like 5 or 6, we just cast this for value. All of our enchantments come back and they all enter the battlefield and they do their thing. We get to draw a card with Golden Egg. We get to scry 2 and then draw a card with Omen of the Sea. If we get a Doom Foretold back, we get to do that all over again. If we get a Treacherous Blessing, we get to draw 3 cards. Now, if X is 6 or more, then all of those things happen, and they're all 4/4s. So, you create this, instant board state where you not only put, 6, creatures down that are all 4/4s, you just put 24 power on the battlefield, but you also gained all the value of the ETBs of the enchantments. It's a pretty crazy deck. It's kind of hard to describe, just in the, deck review part of the video, but we'll see it play out in the games. So, if you like this kind of content, you like Explorer, subscribe. I want to do more episodes like this, and depending on how well this video does, I might, try to make more Explorer videos. I think Explorer is an underplayed format. I think it's actually might be the least played format on Arena statistically, but once they, as they keep making it bigger, even if they only go forward with it, it's going to be a really cool format, kind of like a slower Modern, if you will. It's a, faster Standard, but a slower Modern, if that makes sense, because of the card pool. And so, I really want to play in that format, and best of all, there's no alchemy cards. These are all real cards. So, hit that subscribe button. Let's get some Explorer content on the channel. That's so funny. Every time I play, it always puts Esper Doom Foretold as my deck, my default deck, and the one time I'm actually playing it, it doesn't put it as my default deck. That's really funny. So I have not played any Explorer in a while, maybe 6 months, and so I have no idea what the meta is. I'm coming in totally blind. Obviously, this is best of one. I don't have a sideboard, so we're not worried about those kind of situations. So I'm just going to go in blind and hope we can get there. 2 Omen of the Seas is good. I have no idea what our opponent is playing. It could be anything. We don't get a hint because there's no commander, right? So I think we just keep this. This is good. Good mana base. We have all our colors. And a way to scry stuff. Dance of the Manse is a little awkward this early, but we do get to go first, so I'm happy with this. Let's play this so we have an island, so that our Castle of Vantress comes down untapped. Let's organize our hand a little bit here. Otherworldly Gaze, maybe a graveyard deck. Blue-red, maybe Phoenixes. I don't know if there's like an Is It Phoenix? Yep, called it. Is It Phoenix? As long as it can be played, someone's playing it, right? Yep. We can oh, we should have... Wait, okay, what's the condition here? At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells... Okay, so we have time. I don't think they can do that next turn, but we can exile their Arclight Phoenix if we get a black down, which we have. So we're just going to pass. We'll do this on their end step. We'll just put a stop just in case. It hasn't happened in a while, but it has happened in the past where Arena skips through this even though I have plays to make. So let's do that before the Ledger Shredder. We don't want to activate it. Not that this would, but you know, just to get the reps in for that. Build the Wreckage. Build the Wreckage. We could probably get rid of this Fable Passage, but keep the Settle. Okay, my turn. Doom Foretold is nice. I think I want to have the black mana available. So we're just going to do this and pass. We have the option to sack our Omen of the Sea. Another Ledger Shredder. Okay. Well, that doesn't look like they're going to be able to cast multiple spells. Okay. Let's just do this. Egg is nice. Brawling Barrens is like a backup win con. I think we do it like this. And then we'll resolve the Ledger Shredder. We don't want to do this because we will activate both their Ledger Shredders if we cast our second spell. Yeah, the pass. They can attack if they want. Yep. Yep. Okay. My turn. So I would much rather... We already have double white, so do we just need more blue? Do we think they're going to cast... See, I want to Doom Foretold, but do we think they're going to cast their Phoenix? I guess we can just exile it, right? Okay. So, even if they get it, it's not the end of the world. We will just Doom Foretold. Make them sack one of their Ledger Shredders. And that's another reason why I didn't pop the Omen of the Sea, the first one that we put down, because we want to keep Doom Foretold on the battlefield. So if I pop these, then we have less things that we can sacrifice, but we want to sacrifice our stuff to Doom Foretold to keep it. Because this is a symmetrical effect. They're going to attack. Okay. Yep, get rid of the Omen. Alright. We can do most of this at instant speed. Let's see if we draw a land. We don't. We awkward triple omen of the sun. Yeah, we can do this to gain 3 life. Or we can just keep it for Doom Foretold. Probably the better is to keep it for Doom Foretold. So on their upkeep, they're going to sack their other Ledger Shredder, since they didn't play out anything. Unless they can cast 3 spells on my turn, right? Yep. Okay, no more Ledger Shredders. Mill 4 cards and put an instant sorcery card from among the mill cards into your hand. Okay, resolve. They didn't. Okay. I thought they didn't mill an instant sorcery, but they got lightning axe. Okay, we're not playing creatures, so we're good there. I think we're just gonna do this now since they don't have Ledger Shredders and get rid of one of their Phoenixes. Gain 3 life. Pop the Doom Foretold. Or it's gonna pop on their turn. This is better to get rid of. Oh. We can make him discard 2 cards. But it seems like they want stuff in their graveyard, so is that worth it? We can do this at instant speed. I think we just pass. Let the Doom Foretold pop. Cedh has a hard time with enchantments. Oh my god, all 4. They're not bad cards, but all 4 is a little bit much. Would you like to counter it? The funny thing about them countering is that it just helps our dance the dance. Gain 2 life, create 2 1/1s. They play their 3rd Ledger Shredder. Okay, they get to connive. Are they missing a land drop? Yeah, okay, there we go. We'll see if they have a Spell Pierce or something for Doom Foretold. Again, it just helps us. It'd be better if it didn't get countered, but it doesn't, it doesn't... It still furthers our end game plan, right? Oh, Treasure Cruise, okay. Sure. Wow. No good attack, so we'll just do it like this. Yep. They drew a lot of cards. They can lightning axe something. If they want. The tokens are kind of distractions. They're not really there to win the game. They're there as blockers or, you know, gum up the battlefield type effects. I wonder what they're digging for. I mean, I gotta think it's these phoenixes, right? But I mean, we have an answer to those. Doesn't matter which one we sack. I think I'd rather make the 1/1s though if it comes back. Make a really wide board. Some lands would be super cool. We're doing the thing, but we really need lands. So I'm gonna just play this out. Because I can't think of a spell that could counter it. And we might draw a land. Yay, we do. We're gaining a ton of life, so don't mind slamming this down And then we have Omen of the Sun. I'll hit you with 2 1/1s. That sound good, opponent? They're already halfway through their deck. Yep. Okay. Die by 1,000 cuts. Pop Doom Foretold. Settle the wreckage, which we haven't really needed so far. But not a bad card to have as a backup. Resolve. They dropped an Is It Charm. Okay. They're probably trying to get their Phoenix, right? I mean, that's my guess. 3 spells to get their Phoenix. But then I'll just Doom Foretold it. Fiery Impulse. That's cool. You can get rid of my 2/2. I'll replace it with 2 power. Yep, get the Phoenixes. But we're at 25 life, so... Yep, that's their whole deck. Okay. So yeah, we just want to hold up, settle the wreckage, right? That's essentially what we're doing. Now, do they have a ton of counters in their hand? That's the other thing. It's the other thing we gotta worry about. We could do this for 3. Return up to X, target artifact and or non... Each with mana value X. Okay. So you could return 2 Doom Fortolds. And... what? An Omen? I mean, that's still pretty good, right? Oh, it has to be mana value, right? Return X, target artifact and or non-energy. Each with mana value X or less. Okay. So Doom Foretold would not work, because we would need to do X equals 4. We could just hold up, settle the wreckage. These will gain us 2 life. Yeah. I think we just hold up, settle the wreckage. We have 2 of them. They can't have that many counters in their hand. Okay, we'll just pass. And if this resolves, then these guys are gone forever. And the way they play their deck, they might tap out before they attack. They're getting close. $27 cards left. Yep, they tap out. Pass. Oof. Bye. I hope that wasn't your only win con opponent. I mean, of course, secretly I do, but... Oh, and they only could get 1 basic, too. Yikes. Okay. Just go get more white. We have so many white spells in our hand. Okay. Yep. Welcome back. Goodbye to your creature. All your phoenixes are exiled. We didn't even need to clean to dust the other 3. So the wreckage is such a good card. Instant speed, exile the opponent's board. Since they aren't running a ton of permanents, I think I'm just going to sack this egg at the end of our turn. Since we have 2 other things to sack to Doom Foretold. Treasure Cruise, okay. Draw 3 cards. Play Steam Vents tapped. Okay. So yeah, we'll just sack this now. Gain 3 life. If they have a stifle, then sure, they can keep me from gaining 3 life. I don't know what they're digging for. I don't know how they can win based on what I've seen from their deck. I mean, we have a pretty good idea of what their deck consists of. And I don't see a way for them to get out of this. Again, let's go wide. Okay, so this is probably the turn that we dance the Mance, and we risk them having a Spell Pierce, but we have 2 Dance of the Mances, so we can do it for 4. So this, if this resolves, this is where we turn the corner. This is what the deck is trying to do. We're going to get all of our Doom Fortolds. And we'll get some more Omen of the Suns. And if they Spell Pierce, they Spell Pierce. They do not. So we go extra wide. Gain 2 life. All attack. So they're gonna discard 2 cards. Sack their creature. We're gonna gain 4 life, make 2 2/2s, and draw 2 cards. Finally, some removal. I'm being sarcastic. But this is good against them too. Okay, they're drawn. Man, I think you're gonna mill yourself out, man. 12 cards left. Well, if they don't mill themselves out, then we just have lethal next turn. Maybe they're just trying to hit their dailies and cast a bunch of blue spells. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Esper Doom Foretold. That's exactly what the deck is trying to do. I think enchantments are my favorite permanent type, so having a whole deck revolve around just completely prisoning the opponent with them is just makes me smile. So the deck is still good, even with the old mana base from, you know, a couple, what was that, like 2019 standard, 2020 standard? Probably 2019 standard, because some of these are from Theros and Eldraine. Oh, I guess this is an updated land. I must have done that at some point. Okay. Good removal, but we don't have the white mana. Don't have the white mana. We basically can't play anything in our hand. I guess we gotta mulligan. Yeah, we'll keep 6. What are we putting back? Probably the cling. Okay. Yep. Black deck. Waste not. Discard deck. Okay. Well, we can exile that. Let's definitely do that before they get any value off their discard stuff. Discard doesn't affect us too badly. Graveyard Trespasser. That does suck a little, but I was going to say putting stuff in the graveyard is kind of our end game anyway. But now they have a way to exile our graveyard, so that's not great. This can be our blue source. I think we'll just play Omen of the Sea. It lets us dig the deepest. Fire Reach, so they can make us discard. Alright, Omen of the Sea. They're mono black discard. That's cool. Settle the Wreckage is definitely nice. Those are both nice cards. Yeah, I think we'll keep both of those. Maybe we should have kept this one. Field of Ruin. Okay. We have basics in the deck. I'm not worried about that. Should I play the Godless Shrine just to salt them a little? No, that's fine. We'll keep all our basics up. All good. Now hopefully they don't have a yeah, I was gonna say, I want them to attack first. You can go get a basic. Children. Okay, yep. We're on a clock. Resolve. I think we're just gonna pay the 2 life and do it like this. Yep. Gotta find an answer. If I knew they had the children, I would have waited on the settle, but it is what it is. Yeah, this won't kill Shieldred, but we will be able to look at their hand. And we have plenty of ways to get rid of Shieldred in the deck. We just gotta find one. Waste not. Okay. Botsees. Okay. Oops. The good news is that if we find removal for Shieldred, they have 1 card in hand. Well, now they'll have... Yeah, they'll have no cards in hand. Okay. I think we just die next turn, right? I mean, we can gain 3 life. So what, we gain 3 life, we take 4 from Shieldred, 2 from our draw. If they have an effect that makes us draw, then we die. They do. Gaia Reach. Yep. Well, we'll see if they activate it. They have lethal. We'll see if they activate it. They definitely should. Looks like they do. Yep. Good game. Yeah, I had fun. I don't care. I don't mind losing to discard. Discard's like my favorite archetype. But it really just lost to Shieldred. I mean, you know, we actually were turning the corner in that game, and then they plopped down Shieldred, and that's kind of how that card works. I don't mind Shieldred. I think it's a great card. But it just is, you know, just from videos I've recorded, I mean, I'll be in like a slugfest with an opponent, and then I'll play Shieldred, and it just takes over the game, right? That's just kind of what that card does. Alright, Ashiok, Avatar, they get to go first. This is a good hand. All of our colors, ways to draw, curve out, okay. I just wish we went first. We'll start on Godless Shrine. New card. When the enters the battlefield, create a 2/1 black skeleton creature. To solve, you control no suspected skeletons. Okay, and they eventually get to tutor. Sure. That's totally fine. We'll just run out Omen. I don't know what this deck is, but maybe some kind of skeleton tribal? Maybe it's a combo deck where they use this interesting card as a way to get their combo pieces? Who knows? They are black-red. Okay, we don't really need the land, but the Elspeth's Nightmare is nice. This creature can't block. We could also just ambush these with our Omen of the Sun, right? Yes. So is Elspeth's Nightmare better? Or Omen of the Sun to ambush them? No suspected skeleton. So if I blow these up, they get to tutor? Is that essentially what this means? Interesting. That's a cool card design. Like, you gotta get rid of their skeletons because you don't want to die. But then if you do, they get to tutor. I think I'll do this. Because then they'll still control one suspected skeleton. So they won't be able to... They won't be able to tutor. And then we'll be able to get into their hand. Okay, they attack. They just gonna pass through? No? They got something to do? They're gonna sack it for something? Okay, Vein Ripper, gotcha. Fatal Push. Well, welcome to Doom Foretold. hell of a card. Oh, I guess that's true. They can sack these. Okay, okay, we're not completely out of the woods. But if I get another one down, then next turn they gotta do something. Oh, now they really gotta do something. I don't know what they'd tutor for. Okay, sure.
Blood was my beginning, and it will be your end.
Uh-huh. Okay. I don't think they can get any of this stuff back. We'll just sack this. That's fine. Okay. Good draw. Let's go get another white source so we can get Settle the Wreckage online. If I play another Doom Foretold, they just sack both their permanents, right? Like if there's a non-land, non-token permanent. Yep. So, bye to both your permanents. Okay. Now that you... Yep, now that you've done your little trick, what does your deck do? Nothing. Got it. Alright. Two Doom Foretold is brutal. Alright, we'll play one more. I think that'll make 4 games, right? That's a good amount of time. I haven't been keeping track of how long the games have been taking, but it feels like we're on the cusp of an hour. Maybe we're at like 45 minutes or something. You get to go first. Dance the Man's in our opening hand is a little awkward. But we have a good mana base. Or we have good lands in our hand, you know what I mean? Hopefully it's not an aggro deck. And if it is, we're screwed. But we do get to go first, so... Okay, white. That's a color we welcome in this state. So let's just... We can't expect to draw our... Hold on. Is this a black source? It is. So we want double white, right? Yeah. And then we'll have everything. We can't depend on drawing our 4th land to make this come into play untapped. So let's just do this now. We'll put this on black so we have all our colors. Next turn, mono white. Angels? Whenever angel is just, yeah, angels. Okay. Got it. Okay, well, Settle the Wreckage will be nice against them. We did draw the land, but again, we couldn't depend on that. So let's just play this on black. And we will just Omen of the Sun. They're going to do their nonsensy angel stuff and gain a bunch of life. But we will wait for the right moment to settle them. They're going to attack me for 1. Okay. No point in running this out just yet. Let's wait till they put something on the stack. Angel suppose it costs 2 less to cast. Yep, that's pretty good. We'll gain 2 life. Make 2 1/1s. Which will be nice blockers. Let's go get... I guess another black source. The deck is mainly Orzhov colors with a little bit of blue, right? Right of Oblivion. So it's probably worth it to get rid of this, right? Yeah. I think so. We're going to get rid of one of our 1/1s. Because we can't sack these to Doom Foretold since they're tokens. And if we don't draw a Doom Foretold, I might want to pop this just to scry 2. They have another one. Okay. We don't want to get rid of the Rite of Oblivion. Do you have an angel to play? Okay. Got it. They don't attack. Interesting. Do we have any basics left? I'm very afraid that we do not. We do. Okay. We get another black. Dance of the Manse doesn't do anything right now, right? No. We can Rite of Oblivion again and get rid of this guy. Is that worth it, or is it better just to hold the settle? And then wait for them to... Yeah. Right? They're gonna have a lot of basics, though, so we kind of ramp them, even if we get rid of this thing. We'd probably save this for something better. The sorcery. We can do most of this on their turn. This is the only play we can't do on their turn. So... how worried are we about their angels? Kinda worried. Let's just let them have this. We're at a healthy life total. We're gonna take maximum 3 damage this turn. So this turn we don't have to run this out. Beginning of each end stab, if you gained 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4. Got it. Okay. Gain 4 life. Okay. Yep. That's pretty good. So next turn would be a good one to settle with. And I think this turn... they're just going to attack with the flyer. Okay. We'll just pop the Omen of the Sun. Yeah. Omen of the Sun again. I don't think we need either of these. Gain life. Yep. Woo. Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully they attack all next turn. And then we can solve this problem. I mean, they're going to attack all, right? Because this is an end step trigger. So as long as they attack all, we're good. Come on, do it. Attack all. Yes. Yes. Oh, awesome. Went for lethal. You can have a bunch of lands instead. They will get to get 4 lands, so they can now just rip cards off the top and play them, but... Oh, they only had 1 basic left in their mono white deck? That's weird. Alright. So, now that we're back here, let's... Hold on, let's think about this. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Never mind, let's not think about it. Dance of the Manse. We'd get, what, 1 Omen of the Sun back? Not really worth it. Yeah, that should have come into play untapped, but that's okay. Do it like this. Get rid of that thing. Pass. Okay. Gain 4 life. And if they have another angel, they'll gain 5 life. Starmhind, whatever, unleashed. I know what that card is. What is this? Exile 5 other cards. Okay. We have the mana for Dance of the Manse, but not really the payoff. So we'll pass. We need to find another sweeper of some kind. They might be afraid to attack now. Yep. Okay. So that's their whole turn, right? So we negate the extra mana. Rite of Oblivion. Yep. That'll do it. That'll do it. Okay, get rid of that. They still have a 4/4, which we could get rid of if we wanted. I think I'd rather pay 3, get these both back for now. Gain the life. No attacks. Now they gotta be worried about the backswing. Now, I know they're gonna play this and it's gonna be a ton of angels. But now this gives us the ability to scry 4 if we don't draw anything relevant. Oh, it's vigilant. Of course it is. No play. Okay. Well, we can cling to dust. None of these spells... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, never mind. Let's pop an Omen of the Sun. Rite of Oblivion. Okay. Keep that on top. I guess we can do this Rite of Oblivion. And do we attack? They're at 54. No. I don't think attacking with our 1/1s is the right call here. I think they're much more valuable as blockers at this point. Or fodder for Rite of Oblivion. A Treacherous Blessing or some kind of draw spell would be really cool right now. A Doom Foretold would be sick. Because then we could start chaining Dance of the Manses with Doom Foretold. Doomscar. Okay. Oh, it was a Doomscar. I thought this... There's like a Foretold Angel spell, and I was almost certain that's what it was, but... I guess not. Okay. So if we... How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could... They have one card in hand. We could pop the Omen and still Dance with the Mance and get the 5 back, right? Yes, so we can scry 2. Elspeth. Oh, those are both good cards. Okay, we will do it like this. And then Dance with the Mance for 3. I guess we'd only have to do 2, but why not? Gain 4 life, put 4 power back on the board. They can attack if they want to. This is our last Dance of the Mance, so we don't want to use this until we have a critical mass of enchantments in the graveyard. What is this? Draw a card, activate only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, and they do not. They're at 54 life, so they've, you know, they can hang out for a while. But they are top decking. And they have a way to draw more cards, but they can't use it. I wonder what they're thinking about. Ooh, okay. But not creatures, huh? Interesting. Well, let's start the party. Lands, okay. Sweet, sweet. Since we have a white source, let's do another blue source. Let's... What is this? Power 2 or less? Yeah. So the bishop is much more annoying than the Starnheim right now. They say good game, even though they're at 54 life. No attacks. I'm not saying good game until you give up. Uh-huh. Would you like to attack? Settle. Excellent. Okay, planes. Let's get rid of this Treacherous Blessing. Sack the Treacherous Blessing. And hold those up. Pass the turn. So I'm going to wait till Elspeth's Nightmare pops next turn. And then I will Dance with the Mance. Because then they'll all come back as 4/4s. Okay, we'll just pump Crawling Barrens. Decline. Decline. Exile your graveyard. We will attack all. They shouldn't feel like they need to block. They have 54 life. Yeah. But now we're going to do the Dance of the Mance thing. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? How many enchantments do I have? Oh, only 2. Let's do 3. It's not going to be a... Oh, if X is 6 or greater, right? So, hold on, cancel. We want these to be creatures, so even though we're only getting back 2 of them, we want them to be 4/4s. Blow up your creature. Draw 3. Enters tapped. We'll hold on to this guy. Yeah, so now they are 4/4s that also have their enchantment abilities. Like, this is still a saga that's gonna run through its chapters. Pass. My turn. See, they said good game, but they're still playing. So that's why I didn't say good game. It wasn't because I'm trying to be salty or have, BM or whatever, but, we're still playing. It's not over. Okay. 50 life. We know what their hand is, so they don't have any tricks up their sleeves. So, let's just go for it. That 50 life is going to disappear pretty quickly. Down to 30. They're hoping they draw a farewell, that's for sure. Doesn't look like they did. 3 vanishing verses. Okay. Yeah. This is why Crawling Barrens is in the deck. Down to 10. So even a farewell doesn't save them here. Because the Crawling Barrens, right? They can't exile my lands. So they would need an instant speed Wrath. Which... they just printed one, that Spree spell, so it does exist. Okay, they're putting down a bunch of blockers. What's this last card? You have hexproof. Okay. Get rid of that. Yep. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. GG? Now I'll say GG. Alright. Good stuff. Yeah, look at that. Esper Doom Foretold. Going 3 for 4 in Explorer. With no idea what the meta is. I have no clue. I am completely out of the loop in Explorer. I am completely out of the loop. Let's do a deck review. So, like I said, this is one of my favorite decks to play. It's just so unique, right? There's not a lot of, like, pure enchantment kind of tribal decks, right? Where it really is, like... I mean, if we look at the deck list... Yeah, there's, like, 16 enchantments in here. And then you got, a spattering of other things. But, like, we almost have as many enchantments as we have lands. It's, it's a really high count of a permanent type. So, and then a lot of these are like, yes, there are a couple of rares in here, but a lot of these are commons, like So the deck is really kind of cheap to build too. The mana base, you know, mana bases are always expensive, right? I mean, most of these are rares. So that's just the unfortunate reality of how Magic the Gathering works. The better your mana base is, the better your deck is. So, but as far as the actual spells, you know, there are a handful of rares in here, but a lot of them are like this is uncommon. These are commons, uncommons, commons, right? Uncommons. So there's maybe like 12 to 16 rares, and then the rest of the spells are really easily craftable. So if you're into this kind of deck, this is actually not that bad of a deck to start with, or to craft on Arena. Especially because a lot of these were standard staples, so some of you who were around back then may have already have these just lying around. You just need to make your extra copies. But yeah, we didn't really get to see the deck pop off. Like the ideal win with this deck is Dance for the Mance for 6. We bring back 6, enchantments. Maybe it's like 3 Doom Foretold and a Treacherous Blessing, an Elspeth's Nightmare, and Omen the Sun. We make this huge board. They're all 4/4s. We gain all the value. We didn't get to see that in this video, but you got to see it in that last video how even just the 2 enchantments, the Treacherous Blessing and the Elspeth's Nightmare, like it completely, turned the corner of the game, right? So you can imagine if you did that times 3, right? We only did it for 2. Imagine if we had 6 things come down. I mean, it's a huge explosion of value. So really unique deck. It's like I said, it's enchantment tribal, but then it's got this weird like reanimation theme to it. And then, you can use Dance of the Mance as a finisher, obviously, but you can even use it like I did for most of the video as a just recursion value engine, right? Like, hey, we're not finding the cards we need. Let's sack our Omen of the Suns and put them in the graveyard so we can Dance them, Mance them back, make some 1/1s, sack them both again, scry 2 a couple more times, dig for the spells that we need to get back in this game, and then lo and behold, we find a Treacherous Blessing and an Elspeth's Nightmare, and then we basically win the game off those 2 spells. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust is essentially just in here for the matchups where the graveyard matters, right? It's a way to gain life if you need it to be. It's a way to exile the opponent's, spell in the graveyard, like the Is It Phoenix deck. Decks with graveyard synergies are very powerful, just like ours is a graveyard synergy deck, right? So being able to like get rid of that one card is great. And then if you need Cling to Dust again, you can escape it and do it maybe a couple more times throughout the game to gain the life or draw the card, whatever you need to do in the moment. So it's just a nice little versatile spell. Again, another card that was a standard staple at the time. So yeah, that's Esper Doom Control. There are a couple different versions of this deck, and like I said, the mana base is not updated. This mana base could be better with modern lands. Explore legal modern lands, right? But even in its old state, its standard of 2019 state, it is still a very, very good deck and a really fun grind out the opponent style build. So if you're into that, deck list is in the description. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. Let me know if you like the Explorer content. Leave a comment down below. Say yes, more Explorer content, please. We like Explorer. So yeah, I'll check out the comments and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, later.